What is going on, guys? It's your boy Demise, the Mad Black Nerd, coming to you one time for your mind. Welcome to Pop Shock. A little bit different today, not at the usual location at the studio. Today is a very special day. We have a guest, and she is coming in all the way from Austin, Texas. And can you please introduce yourself to the audience, if you don't mind, please?
Hey everyone. First of all, Demise, thanks for having me. My name is Keshia. Um, Look, I am the owner of anime entertainment business Commercive. If you don't know about it today, you don't know about it tomorrow. I promise you that.
Okay.
I curate anime events. I have multiple podcasts. So one of them is called Anime and Paint Cocktail Hour, where I discuss anime related subjects with anime creatives. And I also have Hot Mess Momlennials, which is Beyonce's favorite podcast, just so you know, co-hosted with the one and only Shawnee D. Appreciate it.
Not a problem, not a problem. So you're in Texas, same as me. You were just 3 hours from each other, just down 35. How you liking this weather? Before we go to
First and foremost, I mean, the thing that I love about the human experience is that we adapt.
Yeah.
I think a few years ago, I was having panic attacks in the street because I didn't understand what was happening. I was like, wait, I feel like I am in a Dutch oven.
Wait a minute, are you from Texas originally?
Yeah. No.
Okay.
Yeah. So I said yes because I heard a tone.
Okay.
So I'm from New York originally, Brooklyn, New York.
That's what's up. Stand up. Okay.
Yeah. But we know that global warming started showing its ass.
Yeah.
A decade or so ago. So when it first started showing its ass, I would be like, listen, there is nowhere to go. It's hot everywhere.
Right.
Now, your girl, she gonna sweat and she gonna be good. We good. I'm gonna come into the house and I'm gonna cool down.
So before we go into you in the topic at hand, which is, the colors of entrepreneurship, what made you move from New York to Texas? Like, that's a big climate change, culture change, everything. Like, what made you do that?
My parents.
Okay.
I moved when I was 10. Yeah.
Oh, okay. You had no say so in the matter. Okay, never mind.
No, there's an exodus that the New Yorkers typically make down south, like the birds. Find a house in a southern region. Some people like to go to Maryland. We went all the way south to Texas, and we started living a suburban life.
Now, in the book, of course, you have your own business. Your sip and paint anime that you down in Austin. Now, Austin is a whole different beast in itself when it comes to just population, when it comes to just traffic, when it comes to just the culture in itself. Like, how do you like that? Like, are you used to it? Does it still take some adjusting or?
I think that I've seen the best of Austin and I've seen the worst of it. Right now, we're in a weird place where I don't know what Austin is. As a business owner, I will say that Austin is a pretentious city that is masquerading as a weird city. The whole "Keep Austin Weird" slogan is out of the window.
Yeah, I've seen that on social media. But anyway, so let's get right into the mix of things. Now, you are an anime enthusiast. Not a fan, enthusiast. It's a difference. Yes. You can't say, I'm an anime fan. What's your top 5?
Dragon Ball Z.
You know what I'm saying? You can't.
No offense.
Yeah.
No offense.
Even though I see Goku right behind you. I see Goku.
Exactly. So
awesome
I truly mean no offense.
Right. And is this Full Metal Alchemist I'm seeing?
This is. You see my baby daddy Edward next to me?
Okay, I thought that was okay. I thought it was Full Metal Alchemist. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So you have anime fans and you have anime enthusiasts. And I call them enthusiasts because these are the people who cosplay, who live it, who breathe it, who go to conventions, who are sponsored by conventions, who, I've interviewed 2 young ladies and shout out to them. I did a podcast at the same time last year with 2 young ladies who do cosplay, and they actually do. I've heard some weird shit.
Yeah.
Come out of conventions, and I've never been. The last one I've been to was A-Kon, and that was way back in the day when. So this is like my daughter wasn't even in high school yet. It's like I want to say like 2012. So it's been a while for me. It's been a while for me since I've been to an anime convention. Um, but just to hear and see just the culture that is anime, manga, and the people that love it is a beautiful thing to me. That's why I was so pissed off at looking at all these fake ass women who went to Dreamcon recently. Yeah. And they were like, I don't even like anime. I'm just here for the likes. Bitch. You know, that's one of them. Why are you here?
That's a warranted bitch. For sure.
Yeah. So with that being said, like tell me what got you started into anime, if you don't mind me asking.
Now, I think that I was always meant to notice art forms that were a little different. And as a child, I was a huge fan of Sailor Moon. Like I'm talking about, Saturday morning, every morning actually. It was weekdays as well. And the first thing in the morning, Sailor Moon's on. Absolutely loved it. Now, I have a younger brother who's severely autistic. So when he gains an interest, it's times 10. So while, we both were into Sailor Moon, he was super into it, and my parents would buy like the actual VHS tapes that were actually the Japanese version, not the stuff we were getting on TV in America.
Right. And for those kids who don't know, VHS back in our day was like a tape that you would put in a VCR, and you had to wind that bitch.
If they don't know what VHS is, they don't know what a VCR is either.
Exactly. I go back further. I go back to Betamax. Go ahead.
Okay. So, all right, that we age checking.
Yeah.
But I didn't necessarily follow it into high school, but I had my first child at 21, and I was always an avid reader. So I couldn't read anymore. I couldn't get lost in a book with a newborn. So I discovered anime again, like in adulthood. And I was hooked ever since. Like the storytelling is just so immersive, and you get lost in it, and it's not just the same old tropes. And I was like, oh yeah, sold for sure.
So I asked you this already. I said, save this for the podcast. Do not say it to me now. Now that it's time, what is your top 5?
All right. Lord have mercy. So I've recently started watching the bigger anime. So I was thinking about your question. I was like, okay, does Dragon Ball Z, does that fit into my top 5? And I want to say yes, but it doesn't. But my number 1 has been for a while now, Naruto. Story of Naruto is one of the best stories ever told, period. My son's name is Jiraiya Sage. I walked away truly loving those characters.
Really?
Yes, because name is Jiraiya Sage.
You're an awesome parent. I'm serious. Like you know where you're going with that, and I like that.
Do I know?
No. Like for real. Like if I can look, if I had a son, I wanted to name him Anakin.
Yeah.
Star Wars. But yeah, I get it. So.
Yeah, no, but Naruto is my number 1. After it was done, Attack on Titan, definitely my number 2. People that sit there and try to act so above it all about, the story wasn't really that unique. It was totally predictable. You're just full of shit.
No, it wasn't, because that threw me off guard that last season. I wasn't expecting none of that shit with Eren.
And it's the fact that there are indicators throughout the series, spoiler alert, that there are things happening that we're not seeing on screen that are influencing the things that are happening in the present. Like the time where Eren, attacked like his attackers, like as a kid. And you're like, how did this kid just gain this random strength, not knowing that he was being influenced, you know what I'm saying, by this character, by him as an older person. There isn't the dim and grim outcome of the series, of the story. I'm sorry, y'all are not going to sit here and lie to me and act like Attack on Titan is mid and it's not that great. You don't like anime if you think fuck all that. I started Attack on Titan when my almost 17-year-old child was like 1 or 2 years old, and it ended a few years ago. So miss me on the shit. So number 3, Full Metal Alchemist. I consider Full Metal Alchemist to be last generation's Attack on Titan. The
Okay.
complexities of the series, as far as the plot, the time travel kind of psychic
Mm-hmm.
component, that was a step up to me from what the complexities were with Full Metal Alchemist. But I Full Metal for sure, like storytelling on 10, one of the most shocking, atrocities with Nina and her daddy. Everybody that knows.
That's one that has eluded me for so long. I never
Mhm.
got to it. Like you said, I'm going to go back and watch it. I never have.
Yeah. No, when I was in college, I watched the original Full Metal Alchemist before I watched Brotherhood.
Brotherhood,
And
yeah.
I remember everybody knows about the Nina. You don't have to know about it, but everybody knows about the Nina twist, like episode 4 or 5, something like that. And I remember I was on this spree of watching like Full Metal Alchemist, and I watched Human Centipede. I was more disturbed by the Nina twist of Full Metal Alchemist than I was the Human Centipede. And remember, the Human Centipede was about that mad scientist that mutilated them 3 women and sewed them all together as a
Yeah.
centipede,
Yeah.
ass to mouth, mouth to ass.
Yeah.
Yes, I was more disturbed by Full Metal Alchemist than that. So there's that. Now, anyway, moving on. So, what is my number 4? Now, the show hasn't ended yet, or
Mhm.
I'm going to give this to number 5.
Okay.
Number 4, Elfen Lied.
Oh, Finland.
So,
Really?
yes, Elfen Lied used to be number 1 a few years ago.
Well, okay. So I watched it, and
Hmm.
it was memorable. But
Uh-huh.
why does it hold such a good place in your heart? Like what?
Yes. Oh, I love the question. So, Elfen Lied, to me, first of all, I am one of the most emotional people that has ever roamed the earth.
Okay.
So, and I have not read the manga. So, I appreciated it for the incomplete, broken series that people say it
Yeah.
is as
'Cause
manga
it threw me off a
readers.
little bit. I was like, huh? Because I didn't get it. Like I watched it for the action, and it was a good story, but I felt there was something missing from it.
That's what I loved about it. There are instances where I felt that you had to come to your own conclusions about the show. Now, I don't necessarily like that on every genre and in every instance, but I
Mhm.
felt Elfenlied did this thing where they painted the picture enough for you to understand that, first of all, the source of truth in the show, which is the government agency that kind of had the Declonii in there, they're not reliable.
Yeah.
So they're giving this lore about this superior race of human that's a mutation, and it's intended to kill off all of humankind. Their institution continues to say that this is what this race, that's their purpose. So they've now villainized these young girls, when honestly, these young girls experienced atrocities that would drive anybody to kill and to be unstable mentally. I love the fact that you never know exactly which of the two things causes the the massacre at the beginning, and all of the killings from Lucy, the main
God
character.
damn, that beginning was like, because I was
Yeah.
remember watching it, and my daughter she wasn't in college yet. I think she was like on her senior year,
Hmm.
and I was watching the first episode, and she was like, "Are you watching Elvin Lead?" I'm like, "You know what?" And she was like,
Let me
"Yeah."
sit down next to you.
No, she was like, my daughter, she's very recluse when she's home, and she just sits in her room,
Hmm.
gets a PlayStation or watch anime.
Hmm.
And she came in the kitchen to get her something to drink, and she was like, "Oh yeah, she would have messed." She said, "She was like, she would mess all of them up." I said, "What you mean?" And she said, "Look, and that secretary got in the way,
Uh-huh. Oh,
and they said, get out the way." And
yeah.
I was like, "Yeah," and
But then
yeah.
but that's what I love about it. And then there's
Mhm.
instances where they flash back to the main character Lucy's life,
Mhm.
and they show her internal dialogue, and there's always this voice telling her, you've been through so much, just kill, kill, kill.
Right.
And again, leading to, it's not necessarily that her race was made to kill humans, it's that it could very well be that, your parents did all this stuff to you, they abandoned you, people killed your dog, all this stuff
Yeah.
happened. And as you see, like, just for the people that are fans of the show, if you notice in some of her internal dialogue, they'll show like a picture of almost three personalities in her.
Yep. I remember that
So
now.
there's so much that's never answered, and that pisses people off. But to me, it gave my mind something to speculate the whole show. Like, does she maybe have multiple personalities? Did the trauma fuck her up? Or is it that she really was made to kill all these people?
Right.
I just really appreciated the
Because I
stuff.
feel like, you know, with that, like, I feel like she has a soul somewhere.
Yeah.
And
Well,
it's
she has
just
a soul.
humanity has failed her.
Yeah.
And it was like, yeah, you know, this is they made her a monster.
Yes. That's truly what I felt. But yes, watch Elfin Lead for all the sad girls out there, for sure.
For all the
Got
sad
me
girls,
through.
like,
I have watched Elfin Lead for many releases. It is definitely an
for all the sad
emotional.
girls out there who are going through some shit, watch Elvin Lee.
It is an emotional laxative for sure. You'll get the shit out of you. So finally, what do I want number 5 to be? I'm experiencing a toss up between Dead Man Wonderland, but I almost can't honor Dead Man Wonderland because it didn't finish. They didn't finish
It
it yet.
didn't. Yeah, you're right. It's still going. Whenever they may come back.
Then there's Kenichi, the Mightiest Disciple. Have you seen that?
Bits and pieces. I never watched all of it.
Yeah, that's one of the shows that really, really solidified. Like, oh, I'm in this thing. I'm watching this. But an honorable mention is always going to be Princess Tutu.
Never heard of it till now.
Princess Tutu is like an anime adaptation of the Swan Lake, ballet. So it's basically about this. It starts off as a story, like a typical story about like a duck who gets turned into a human because she falls in love with a human boy.
Okay.
And there's this like omnipotent being that grants her the wish to become a human, but her assignment is that she has to put the pieces of his broken heart together because in the story he lost pieces of his heart during a battle.
Okay.
So she's doing that. Every episode is her finding a piece of his heart, but then the show shifts all of a sudden halfway through the show, and you realize that this is actually a story within a story because the omnipotent figure is actually a bored author who, you know, created a story and almost wanted to see how free will would change the outcome of the story. So everything that happens after what's already pre-written is just this shit show. And it's just it's better than, oh, this is a romance about a duck turned into a person. It becomes this bigger story about the power of a story and how it can take on a life of its own.
Okay.
That was probably far longer than you intended.
I know. I'm good because once again, I like hearing about different animes from different people. The way I want to get into it or not, because my friend Destiny, she's into Soul Eater.
Yes.
And I never got into it. When she told me, she broke it down to me, I watched it and I liked it. Same as Black Clover.
Yeah.
After I watched it, she broke it down to me. I ended up going back and watching it because I was always used to the very violent anime. Because, you know, like I told you when I first met you, I'm used to the original Vampire Hunter D from the 80s. Yeah. I'm used to Ninja Scroll. I'm used to Street Fighter 2, the anime. I'm used to Ghost in the Shell, the original 1993 film. Akira. You know, just to name those off the top of my head. Those were violent. Those were not like you see today. Those were like, if it ain't in for mature, I ain't watching it.
Right.
That's how I was. And then I was like, let me go back and watch some of this stuff. And I ended up liking some of these anime. Like Demon Slayer, for instance, I just got into Demon Slayer last year. No, year before last. I got into Demon Slayer on a whim. And I enjoyed it. And what's his name? The villain?
Muzan.
Michael Jackson.
Criminal.
Muzan.
Insert something there.
Muzan gives zero fucks. I'm just.
Oh yeah. No, he give a lot of fucks. That's the problem.
I mean, when he first found out that there was a demon that could withstand the sunlight, and he was in little boy form.
Yeah.
Like, what's wrong, honey? It's like the old girl Loaf was like, yeah, I like him. And so and I watched. Of course, I watched Infinite
Not I like
Castle.
him. That was the end
Yeah,
of the show. Damn
yeah.
near.
And it was
Nah.
and then I watched Infinite Castle, and we
Mm-hmm.
have here where I live, we have a 4DX screen. So 4DX is the seats that recline and go side to side and rock back and
Okay.
forth. And we get like the special effects in the theater. So in the movie, when it was raining, when it was snowing, we got snow flurries.
Oh, that's
And so,
dope.
yeah, we got
Mhm.
snow. All the kids were like
What happened
trying to
during
like
the
catch it.
did y'all get
Explosion.
what's the nah, that was episodes.
Yeah, that was the episode.
I'm about to say the explosion. What happened then?
When homie did his explosion, we got like a lot of wind. Usually it's just not a wind. Like it's just a lot of wind and like your seat just rocking real bad.
Mm-hmm.
But when they did like the fight, I forget his name, when he finally powered up and they were vertical with the freaking
Akasa?
blue hair. Yeah. When he finally powered up, like our seats like went all the way back. And like lightning just started striking in the theater.
Oh
Like a
yeah.
light started like going. I'm like, oh, this is fucking awesome. You
Mm-hmm.
know. And that was like the only 40X movie I saw, because so you had to watch it in 40X.
Oh yeah. No, I can't imagine. I'd have a heart
Yeah,
attack probably.
it was cool as hell as watching that in 40X. But I got into Demon Slayer because my daughter was into it. She told me about it, and I'm gonna watch it, and here I am.
I think you're a hater if you are like, you don't like Demon Slayer. Like I just feel like you're a hating ass
Why
nigga.
do you sound like we said that? Oh, like Demon Slayer. What's his name? Boar's head. Dang it. With the pig head, with the boar head, two swords, always jacked up.
Oh, Inosuke.
Nosuke. Well, you said that, it reminded me of Nosuke. But but yeah, I am slowly, and my thing, what I do now, I'm watching Demons of the Shadow Realm right now
Oh yeah, that's on the
on
list.
Crunchyroll. Yeah, that's on Crunchyroll. I watch it every night if I go to bed. Like I literally turn on anime and just watch a few episodes of something random.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I do. And
Yeah.
that's how I did it with Black Clover, and that's how I did it with Windbreakers.
Uh
So,
Windbreakers. Did you watch Tokyo Revengers?
the first few episodes, not all of it. The first few
Man.
episodes.
When I think about Windbreakers, I always want to go back and avenge my people. But they hold the hell out of Tokyo Revengers, and I don't understand how. They turned Tokyo Revengers from this magnificent, mysterious, poignant, I don't even know how to say the word, poignant work of art that had
Mhm.
so much to give into a goddamn rushed one Saturday morning animated ass show by season two, and I did not
Yeah,
understand.
season 2 felt a little off.
It was
Season
like
1,
even
yeah,
the score was weird.
yeah, yeah. I think the one, and we're talking since we're on this subject right here. I think the one that threw me off was Jujutsu Kaisen, the last one they just did.
Man,
I was like, this don't make no sense. Like, what are they
maybe I'm
doing?
dumb. That's what I thought all the time.
Yeah,
I
I was
said
like,
they too rich, they too smart for my blood, I guess.
why is it? It seems they changed the formula. Like they just like decided to go a different. They went full blown retard and said, okay, we're gonna just give you a whole different story. What happened last season? And it was like, I haven't even watched it yet because even the animation of it throws me off a little bit.
It's just once Maki did her big one,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, okay, let me get back. And then we got back to the culling game rules. And I was like, listen to me very closely. I'm not gonna take these rules in. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
be able to tell the next person, here are the rules to the culling games. And that made me feel dumb. I was like, am I not as smart as everybody else? Because every time these rules get recited, I go to sleep. All right, y'all
Right.
ready to go to bed? All right.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna wash dishes? All right, all right. Hey, I'm about to go to the room. I'm gonna I'm gonna light my candles and I'm gonna go in the shower. I can't. But I almost fucked around. I'm gonna give. I didn't even finish Culling Game season yet. I'm gonna come back to it because I have been watching Jujutsu Kaisen every week. We ain't missed a beat.
Mm-hmm.
These Culling Games. Okay, I was just
Yeah.
yeah. I think Gojo also. I just think that the charisma of the show is gone, and now Choso is supposed to kind of fill that in with his devotion to Itadori. And it's cute, but Gojo, Noboru. I always fuck up her name. The trio and the Kakashi, figure that is Gojo. That was a lot of what lightened and brought balance to the show. You know what I'm saying? The fact that some crazy shit could happen and it's super dark. What is the name of old boy that was the friend? He was the friend. It was season 1, and he got turned in. It was Mahito's first like real person that was manipulated by him. It was Junpei.
Okay.
Junpei. Whenever like you fell in love with the friendship that Itadori and Junpei was forming, because Itadori's so funny and goofy.
Yeah.
And then Itadori had to turn around and kill him. That's some dark shit.
Yeah.
But it was the trio. It was Megami, even though he was always dark. Noboru and Itadori that always brought this funny, like truly hilarious balance back with Gojo. Right. And then whenever these people are now gone, there's something missing from the show. And we know how change happens. People die, people get locked in prisons.
Yeah.
Show's just not the same without that. You let me talk. I appreciate it.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. That's why we're here. That's why we're here. Now, before we even go more in depth into this episode, I do want to add, there are a few new animes that are out there right now that have been on a season or 2. One of them I love is called Kaiju Number 8.
Yeah.
What do you think about that one?
I ain't watched it.
Oh, you haven't watched it? Okay.
I ain't watched it. Ooh, this gonna be bad.
Oh, you're good. You're
okay,
good.
Let's see.
I'll leave it alone.
Let's see what the other ones you gonna say.
Ooh, what's the other one? The other one is it? Oh my God, I have to think about it. I'm gonna have to edit this out, but I have to find that. Wait a minute.
It's okay.
Find this because it's let's see here.
Your bald head to beard ratio is magnificent. Just as you do that, I thought I'd fill in the silence.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
We both Leos, so a good compliment does add a cherry on top.
It does. It really does. Words of affirmation does go a long way.
Absolutely.
It does go a long way. But damn it, what was the name? It is right on the tip of my tongue. Oh my God.
You're Demons of the Shadow Realm.
Demons of the Shadow Realm. That's one of them I'm watching. And the other one, of course, is Kaiju Number 8. There's
How
another
about Solo Leveling?
Thank you. Solo Leveling. There we go. Thank you so much.
I'm not that out of touch.
Yeah. I couldn't think of the name for nothing. But there was another one I'm watching too. There's an elf baby and a demon king, and he's raising it, and then they found a wet nurse that was retarded. But then he made her sane. He made her normal.
I just want y'all to know that I don't be saying that word. That's just Demayas.
Mentally disabled. She was mentally disabled. She's on the spectrum.
Remedial.
How about that?
Remedial. No, we don't do the spectrum.
Okay.
Remedial.
Hold on. Let's see here. I know if I see it, it's like I can't think of the name for nothing. Okay, of course. Okay. Fire Force is one of I am watching Fire Force. Fire Force is awesome.
Soul Leader. Yeah.
Yeah. Hell's Paradise. How about that one? You like that one?
Oh yeah. The flowers hunching. Demon flowers hunching. Transsexual demon flowers hunching. Keeps on getting deeper and deeper. What other nuance can we find? Jesus Christ.
Move right along. I'm about to edit all this shit out. But anyway.
Okay, I think I'm finding it. Yes, I'm sorry. I am very clavitus anime. I've never even heard this word before, so I already know like this is one of the mysteries. But anyway, we are moving right along.
So you gave the name of the title for this episode, which is The Colors of Entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
Tell me, what does that look like for you as a businesswoman with so many hands and so many pots, so many jars?
Oh, man.
Like
it look.
Yeah. How does it look like for you?
It's a lot. You come into this thing thinking that your business plan is that's the steps that you're following in order to be successful. Your financial plan, your mission, your your calendar. But then when you realize that there is a lesson at the end of almost every quarter or every event or every endeavor that not only speaks to the betterment of your business, but the betterment of you as a human being. That's where the
Mhm.
colors come in for me. Um, I currently decided that I needed to re enlist the help of a licensed professional, um, because I realized that there are things that I struggle with as far as my self love, speaking up for myself, um, and discernment when it comes to letting people
Okay.
into my life, into my space.
Mhm.
And those things are things that can sink my ship and destroy this budding empire, not just hurt me as a person, but it's really all related. So,
Mhm.
I mean, that's probably the deepest part of, as it pertains to the mindset that I've developed around entrepreneurship. If I
Okay.
can't advocate for myself as a woman, I cannot
Who
advocate
will?
for my business. I just
Right.
can't. So, as far as, what this looks like functionally, um, learning, being an entrepreneur and being a parent, a single parent at that, is this dance of constantly having to prioritize and having those priorities shift. Because
Mhm.
when you're an entrepreneur, you're not just thinking about the mundane day to day, month to month. You're thinking about what this one decision is going to produce for you 5 years from now, 10 years from now, a year from now.
Mhm.
So it's constantly having to say, you know what, okay, um, I need to make sure that I'm a present mother, that I'm at my son's football games, that I'm doing X, Y, and Z, that I'm
Right.
here with my children on a day to day basis. But I also need to make sure that I make it to this networking event because I don't know who would be there. That will
Mhm.
be a potential partner or somebody that sees my vision and that I can build community with.
Right.
So
So,
yeah.
and thank you. Let me ask you this question: the
Hmm.
networking events, and for somebody like myself, I've been invited to one, and my entry fee was like $900
Oh Lord have mercy.
because it was YouTube sponsored. It was sponsored by YouTube, and
Hmm.
it was a big event they have in Dallas, and I was like, that's a lot of money to go.
I didn't realize that sponsored by YouTube meant that you sponsored yourself as well.
It was a big event that you go to,
Shout out to
and
YouTube. Sorry, YouTube.
right, and it's a big YouTube event they have every city, and it was like $900 for the entry fee. If you're a creator like I am, you do get like some kind of a discount, which was like I think it was like 25% off. It wasn't a lot. And then I
Hmm.
was like, damn, do I want to pay this much money to meet people who probably won't even message me?
Hell no.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hell no.
so like when you, so with that being said, if like when you go to these events, like, what is your approach to this stuff? Like, did you just go out and say, hey, how you doing? My name is, or is it just like word of mouth? Like, how do you get yourself out there?
First things first, before I get to any event, I do research and I have to know exactly what I'm looking for and what my mission is.
Mhm.
Last year, I wasn't very heavy in executing any of my events or any of my initiatives. Last year was a year of strategy and reprioritizing. So after
Mhm.
Dreamcon being one of the biggest anime conventions that exists and is Black owned, shout out to RDC and the team. After Dreamcon last year, I decided that I needed to find partnerships and friendship and community with content creators that were within this anime space that are also in a space of growing. I'm not
Okay.
a content creator at this time, but I am a budding entrepreneur and I
Right.
can't do it alone. I need partnership and community.
Right.
So when everybody is posting their after DreamCon stuff Like, oh, I just went to Dreamcon. Here's my cosplay. I'm looking and I'm investigating like a creeper in the night, honey. And I'm like, okay, no, no, no. Who's this person? Who's
Mhm.
that? Okay. I need to get to know them. We need to be friends. And I need to collaborate with these people. I need to grow with people. So that's always the approach first is what am I doing? And what do I presume these people are doing? Okay. And what do I want? So I go to the DMs, baby. I don't know about these $900, baby. That's too rich for my blood.
Well, it was what it was. What it was. I was where I told you. I remember before we started the recording.
Mm-hmm.
I told you about how I got my name,
Mm-hmm.
Mad Black Nerd, Mad Black, because I was called a madman.
Mm-hmm.
And she was a YouTube coach through vidIQ.
Shout out to vidIQ.
Shout out to vidIQ, and I used them religiously.
Mm-hmm.
But when I was using her as speaking with her on a daily basis, almost when I first started my channel up, and she told me about the event, and I'm like, man, that's a lot of money for the event. She's like, I think you should go because you have a good personality for it. You have talking points. You know, you have, you know. She's like, you only been
$900.
Yeah. My car note don't even cost that much. I mean, I'm just saying, like, that's a lot of money. You know, it's like if I spend that kind of money, I'm buying something that I know is going to be like no offense, but like a gun or a new PC or the next Xbox or something. I'm just saying, I know it's going to be something I'm going to keep around for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like $900, and I'm like, nah, bruh. You know, and plus my kid just started her sophomore year of college, and I was going through a situation personally. Long story, but yeah, I couldn't do that.
But that's the point. That's the point that I was making is that it's. I think that whenever you're doing business on your own, you're an entrepreneur. There's a bit of people always use the word delusion. I hate that word because it is not. Delusion is rooted in some sort of, inaccuracy in what you're envisioning and what you're experiencing. You're not delusional for knowing that if you reach out to someone, they will respond. You believe in yourself and you understand that there's a mission. You're positive. So, in reaching out to people, my approach is always, love your work, because if I reach out to you, I have to love your work first and foremost. I see what you're doing. Here's what I'm doing. And I always open with, hey, let's talk. Like, let's have a conversation.
Right. And that's how I approached you. I didn't want to sit there and be the weird guy.
Yeah.
But hey, baby, you sure was fine, motherfucker. I was wondering if I could talk to you. I didn't,
Is that what you had in your heart before?
No, no. I was like, I said, no. I was like, she's like a genuine person. I want to talk to her about doing a podcast. Hello, my name is Demias. You don't know me, but I love your content. I love what you're putting out there. Can I please have you on my podcast? And by the grace of God, you said yes. I thank you for that. But there have been times, and it's been a lot, where I have a lot of content creators, male and female, who wants money. And I get it. This is your craft. I get it. I understand it. But I'm not going to pay you $300-$500 for one episode. I'm just asking for an hour out your day. I even know people who started out from the bottom, and now they're up here, and they forgot where they come from. And now they act like they're big shit. And when I ask them to do a podcast, how much?
There's a bottom of every level. That's something that I'm learning. There's a bottom of every floor. So I think that one of the things that I've learned is that you don't know what they pockets actually look like. And it's not our business.
Right.
But there are people that may make it to the next floor, right? They may make it to the next level, but they pockets didn't. Right. And now they're around a bunch of millionaires and they're still struggling to pay their bills. And those millionaires are like, oh, you shouldn't even be talking for free.
Right.
And I think that while some people do forget where they come from, I think that a lot of people don't realize they're not always the most equipped to gain, to gain what they need from the appropriate places. So therefore they lose sight of what community is,
Mm-hmm.
and the opportunity that comes from simply being
Yeah.
exposed. Honey, the
Yeah.
money comes from the people that got it,
Exactly. Exactly.
not your peers.
Right. And I get it. And a prime example, when I started my channel, there was another young lady here in Dallas who started her channel as well. Her niche, is strictly interviewing OnlyFans models, OnlyFans content creators, models, whatever, and also porn stars and strippers. That was her
Hey.
niche.
Mm-hmm.
I already knew her shit was going to take off faster than mine.
Mm-hmm.
You know why? Sex sales.
Niggas love pussy.
That part.
And so do bitches. Just love pussy.
So, and I remember we talked one time, and I
Mhm.
said, good luck. I said, I see you have a new channel. Good luck to you. And she went to Dreamcon last year, and she looked and felt so out of place because she knew she wasn't into that kind of stuff.
Oh, hate that.
Yeah, she was talking to everybody. They had a sexy outfit on. Okay, how you doing? What are you wearing right now? How you know?
I don't
And it
know.
was-
Somebody, I just
Yeah.
picked this up last minute.
Right. And you could tell that she was out of her element. She didn't know what she was doing there. And I think whoever was backing her said, hey, you should go to Dreamcon and get yourself out there. Da, 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 da.
Mm-hmm.
And sure enough, when she did that, plus her interviewing a lot of dancers in Dallas, she interviewed a lot of adult industry people.
Mm-hmm.
Her shit took off.
Mm-hmm.
And rightfully so, because and God bless her for it.
Let me ask you a question before you continue.
Sure.
What does her shit took off look like in this
She's
case?
she's monetized now. She's monetized. This is her source of income now. She ain't got to work no more. I don't know what she does for a full-time job, but I'm just saying she's up. She's okay now. Like she took off and ran with it, and now she's all over the place. And I'm not going to plug nobody on my channel like that except for you because you're my guest. But yeah. So, and I get it, but that same person who messaged me and we messaged back and forth about starting up our channels, any questions, hey, what software you use? I use OBS. Oh, what kind of computer you use? I use a MacBook. And I told us I use a Mac. Oh, when she made it, when she got her stuff going, she bought a Mac Studio.
Okay.
It ain't cheap.
Mm-mm.
So she listened to me.
It took off.
Right. But once again, try to reach out to her again. No reply. And that's what I mean by people who forget where they come from. People who forget what the struggle was before you took off. And that's one. And I don't know if my channel will even reach those kind of levels. But if it ever does, I will never forget where I come from. I will never forget.
10K subscribers is quite impressive.
It is, and I'm grateful for it. But yeah. And go ahead.
I'll say this. One of the main objectives of my podcast, Anime and Paint Cocktail Hour, I never wanted to speak to people that didn't have a decent following. Not for clout, but because I want to document these stories. Look, the blurred space from an entertainment standpoint is brand new. Shout out to let me shout out Demetrius Holt. He goes by Hellspawn. He's a pretty established cosplayer, champion for inclusivity for the blurred community, especially in the entertainment space. I asked him to come onto my podcast. And I was surprised that he said yes. We've been cool ever since. He's a cool dude.
And see, that's what's up. That's awesome.
But one of the things that I really wanted someone of his caliber to discuss is a good-looking guy, been in the game for a minute. What does it feel like? What are the psychological ramifications of waking up one day and realizing that you have 10,000 followers? 15,000 followers, 20,000 followers, 40,000 followers. What does that do to the psyche? Because I'm sure that you were living your life, you were working where you were working, you were doing what you were doing, and then people saw you, cosplay, whatever you were cosplaying, Cyclops, He-Man, whatever you were cosplaying, and they said, "Ooh, I like him." And then the women were like, "Ooh, I want to fuck him." And when I see him at the con, I'm gonna fuck him. How did like that? Those are the stories that I want to capture. What does that do to you as a human being, and how does that change you? Whenever you were first happy to take somebody's phone call, and now for something happened that says, I don't even show gratitude for the people that have helped me. And mind you, that's not a question I'm asking here, but I'm saying like, I think that there is such a conversation to be had that isn't being had enough about our people, Black people, ending up in these spaces because this shit is hot for the taking.
Yeah.
We are the first. We are. I would say that as far as to this degree, the blurred community and even her kind of infiltrating a little bit. But this community being able to pick a niche and be in people's inboxes that are also on the grind and on the hustle, and making a name for yourself because you understand what people want to see. That shit is hot and for the taking right now. And you can watch somebody that was working at Kinko's 2 weeks ago turn into someone that won't return your calls.
Right.
And I think that people need to see more representation of what not to do and how not to lose yourself, because this is a fickle business and you can lose it tomorrow.
Right. And here's the thing. It came out of nowhere. I was at a gas station a few months ago, and I'm just getting gas in the lottery ticket, paying the guy with the lottery. The girl who rung me out, she was like, "I know you." I'm like, "No, you don't." And I was like, "No, you don't. You mad Black. You mad nigga." I'm like, "What?" She was like,
Hispanic?
No, she was Black, but she was like, you like, you mad Black. You mad Black something. I'm like, mad Black nerd? Yeah, man, your TikTok go hard, bro. You be having me laughing. So I make a lot of jokes on there. That made me feel good because my TikTok only got 1,000 followers. So for me to be in your feed and you saw me and said, "I love your jokes," that made me feel good as a creator. I mean, like you said it earlier, we Leos, we like hearing gratification.
We do.
If I don't make a dime from this, that's fine. I tried. But as long as I know I've entertained somebody or pissed somebody off or made them think about some shit.
People off. Okay.
Or made you think about some shit or made you laugh, that I've done my job for the day. I've done something right.
Okay.
And back to the topic at hand, entrepreneurship. When you, especially in the Black culture, we hear entrepreneurship, we don't even think about stuff like this. Like what you're doing. What you're doing, I feel, I don't want to put up the revolutionary. That's going to be just sound crazy as hell. But I'm just saying, like, it's one of a kind. So you actually thought about this. You planned it out. You executed true to form. You did your research. You got on the ground, boots to the ground. You asked the right questions to the right people. That's what's up. Because when you hear entrepreneurship, especially in the Black community, either it's gonna be a smoke shop, or it's gonna be
You're gonna be selling fish plates.
some fish, some fried fish, some barbecue, or a high end, right, or a high end soul food restaurant in downtown somewhere that's too damn much. But yeah, so I will apply to commend you on that. I'm going to give you that, because just looking at your brand and looking at what you've been doing, I think that's awesome. But now that we've got that out there and it's an atmosphere, tell me, what are some of the worst times you felt like, okay, I'm not doing this shit no more. This is bullshit. I'm done. Like, were there any times when you felt like, okay, this is enough?
Honestly, it was last year. Like I told you,
Okay.
I'd kind of taken a step back from executing events, and I
Mm-hmm.
had gone to a shell a little bit to reprioritize and to strategize. I had an event in March last year, and it was during South by Southwest. Shout out to South by Southwest. It's one of the bigger
Yep.
festivals in the world, but
Yep.
definitely taking place in Austin.
In Austin.
And
Yep.
I wanted to kind of soft launch my idea. At the time I wanted to open an anime bar.
Nice.
And that was always the premise of me starting this business. The what I do now with the, the anime, the curating the anime events and the art events, um was kind of a mobile version of what I wanted this bar to be.
Mm-hmm.
So um I ended up doing an event during South by Southwest. I was able to get in with DASA, shout out to them, the Downtown Austin Alliance, and got a ended up getting a venue that was outside, and had land, kind of worked with all these people to get them to come in and collaborate, act as vendors, and everything was cool. And then it
Mm-hmm.
started to become more and more expensive. And I was like, okay, well, I'm paying for this out of my
Right.
pocket.
Right. Right.
So I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to make it happen. This is once in a lifetime. This is South by.
Right.
And
Once a
then
lifetime gig.
last minute, there was a huge storm, which took my very small, safe nook of an outside venue to a really large outside venue. And I had did a ticketing system, but it was free because I wanted just people to come by and see. And of course, when people don't have to pay for tickets, they're not going to just show up. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh my God, sold out. Everyone's going to come. And like very little people came. And I just remember the weather conditions were crazy. It was freezing and the wind was blowing everyone's displays down, and I was ill
Dang.
prepared. And I remember feeling like I was a terrible steward of these other people's businesses. And I don't want to do this anymore. Like I failed my community and I failed these other Black business owners. And I decided to just prioritize getting a house for me and my kids.
What's wrong with that?
I said I will not do another event. I will not pour another piece of money into this business until my children live in a house. And I think 3 months later, we moved into our house, our first house.
Congratulations.
And that told me that it wasn't over. This is still something that is for me. I'm very spiritual. I try not to be delusional with my spiritual thing, but I really believe in what I do. And
Good.
and that's what led me, after Dreamcon that year, that's what led me to meeting some of the people that are content creators that truly ushered me into this next phase of my business, which was me being the brand, Keshia being the brand, as a woman that's just making her way through life, that also happens to be an entrepreneur, that loves anime, that works out. I'm thick and I got 2 kids and I'm a little older as far as my 30s
Hey.
go.
Hey,
But
I'm gonna be 44 in a minute now.
okay, but that was the inspiration, was going through that drawback or withdrawal a bit, realizing that this really is mine, and it was here for me when I got back to it, meeting really great content creators and them inspiring me that you probably should go down that route as well. Put yourself out there, don't be afraid.
Oh,
And
I
I
am, and shout out to my
Mhm.
boy Philly Free Chuck
Yeah.
Gibbs, man. That's the guy I do my podcast with.
Yeah, okay.
He has really been adamant about me going to events and getting myself out there, because he comes from a music background. He used to have his own studio. He used to produce a lot of rap and R&B.
Mhm.
And we tell every artist, man, get yourself out there. Just go out there. You got to go to cons, bro. You got to go to events, bro. You got to go put yourself out there. And it's like the summer is always bad, because not just because it's hot as fuck, but because my kid is home from college and
Yeah.
she ain't got no car, but she just got a license now. Help me.
Mhm.
And so now it's like, okay, I'm kind of getting some free time. to do some stuff. Now school's back in. She's gone. She went in Louisiana. So now I got time to just, boots to ground.
Yeah.
You know.
You have to remember to have fun first and foremost.
Definitely.
You have a fun podcast and a fun brand. And if you do this thing like it's just this hunt and not just like it's an opportunity to meet really great people, you're gonna suck the life out of it.
I appreciate that.
Not in a good way.
And before we depart in this episode, if you can tell your younger self, if you could tell your younger self something different that you've learned, what would it be?
That the dreams that you're having right now are not just this thing that sets you apart and makes you weird and makes you not fit in. This is the very essence of who you are, and it's what you're supposed to bring to the world. There's another person out there that needs you to be just like this and be true to these things that you're thinking that you don't think anyone else can relate to.
Beautiful. Well stated. All right. Now, I did want to ask you some Dreamcon questions.
Yeah, let's do it.
If you don't mind.
I'm going to be quick.
Okay. Spitfire these songs. Spitfire. Okay. So, what has been your worst experience at Dreamcon, followed by your best experience at Dreamcon?
Oh, God. I'm so scared. Okay. So, 2024 Dreamcon, I was there. It was my first year hosting an after party for my business with Dreamcon. Yes. Nice. I was a co-host that year. Okay. But I had also been doubling as a social media kind of community person for a shout out to Aframe Universes, a Black-owned gaming studio. I was kind of taking pictures, just keeping their social media hot during Dreamcon weekend. And I ended up trying to get up front to the main stage to take pictures of, RDC and the guy, Sexy Red had come out. So I was just trying to get content. So I walked up to the stage to kind of capture them. Mm-hmm. And when I walked back to my seat that I reserved for me and my cousin, this old raggedy ass, slew-footed, thick around the hip ass nigga decided that he was gonna snatch my seats up.
Whoa, but your shit was reserved, right?
Yeah, but I was sitting there, you know what I'm saying? Like, I walked up, I wasn't like all the way far away from the seat. I was pretty close. I can be very distracted sometimes when I'm zeroed in on something. So I'm backing up to sit down, and this nigga is antagonizing me, and he ends up recording me as I am cursing him smooth the fuck out, right? And mind you, I'm as you can hear in my voice, I'm not necessarily like the most ratchet person in the world. But if you make me have to go there,
right? See, nigga here now.
Nigga Keshia here. What Keshia?
Right.
Nigga's not even necessary with a name like Keshia. So I'm cursing this nigga out. And he's recording me, and he posted, he's going off on me, saying all this mean ass shit about me on camera that really hurt my feelings because I'm really a sensitive Sally. But he posted on Twitter. I didn't know that. My homegirl who's a pretty, high up decision maker for Dreamcon ended up telling me, hey girl, just so you know, when we're dealing with our partners and people that do programming and that we're backing, we are really, really diligent. Like, we're constantly watching social media and watching cameras and stuff. Mm-hmm. And she was like, did I see you on camera cursing the nigga smooth out?
Maybe.
And she was like, you cursed that nigga out. And, she basically, like, they had my back on it.
Okay, cool beans.
And but still, like, that shit is embarrassing. And he was saying some mean shit about me that I'm not sure was true or not. But my feelings were hurt. But regardless,
he took your seat.
I live to see another day. And plus, you know how the Leo thing is. So he took my cousin's seat with his homeboys. And I'm just thinking about my cousin don't got nowhere to sit now. Fuck you, nigga. Get the fuck up. That is my cousin's seat. That's
Yeah.
really what will get the fire going more than just my seat.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, best experience was the first year I ever went. So I went, the first year I ever went was 2023.
You see,
And
you see Austin at the time, right?
yes,
Okay.
I was 6 months pregnant with Jariah. And miserable at first, had a heat stroke for sure. Not sure how the baby's still alive. Baby, I was cosplayed as Makima from oh my god, Chainsaw Man.
Chainsaw Man, yeah.
And it was literally our birthday weekend. It was I think it was July 28th. No, it was. Yes, it was. It was my birthday. And I was wearing a damn trench coat, black slacks, and a
Slacks,
white
black
button
top.
down
Yep.
in 100 and something degree weather. So I'm hot than a
Damn.
bitch. So I get inside, and one of the first things that happened that weekend, mind you, this was the second day. I just needed to give that disclaimer. But the second day was a Disney sing along. And I remember when I went in there, I felt like I was in heaven because I'm a Disney girl times two. And I was like, shit, like I've never experienced this before. A bunch of niggas singing Disney songs. This is fun. And there were just things that happened that year. Corey Kenshin was there. I turned to my right and he was right behind me. Me and my son bonded and got through our poorest seasons watching Corey Kenshin. We made holidays count. Spooky Scary Sunday, shout out to that. That was our Halloween. And he was right behind me. And I didn't recognize him because he wasn't sitting down hyped. And everybody cusses me out to this day because of that. But that was the best year. And when I left the third day of Dreamcon, I stood at the rooftop because we parked at the roof. And I said, I am going to be peers with these people. This was before I got my LLC and really started my business. I'm going to be peers with these people. I told my son proclaimed he is going to be an NFL football player.
What's wrong with that?
My ex said he was going to own a gaming company. As of right now, I'm the only one that's been in position to say I am now peers with these people, as I've done multiple, programming for Dreamcon since 2024 on. Even concluding this year, where I've been a part of a total of 3 panels this year alone and had a pre-party for my business. I can say that my dreams came true. Dreamcon is very special to me.
I bet.
For that reason.
I guess I really want to go, and I've heard mixed stories, and you've been you're in that circle, that sphere.
Yes.
So people are complaining, especially recently, about Dreamcon being quote unquote ratchet down because it's in Houston. When it was in Austin, it was a little bit more better. It was a bit more safe. It wasn't as hectic. What would you say to that?
I think that ratchet is the wrong word, and I'm a little worried about the racial connotation of that because niggas, there wasn't Austin niggas at the Dreamcons in Austin. Let's just be very clear. If you turn to your left or your right and you ask where you from, it was never Austin, Texas. So let's start there. We're not going to do that to Houston just because it is a predominantly Black city, according to us, right? But I will say that what I have felt and what has almost felt a bit like a loss is that as things grow, demographics change, motives change. And I think that while the team at Dreamcon still is creative and dreaming and creating this experience for the people that it's meant for, it's not about the city. It's about what it attracts. This is a huge Black event. It's an extravaganza.
Yeah.
So now there are people that are coming and their purpose is to simply be a part of this really great event. But what the event was 2-3 years ago was a utopia for the nerd and for the Black person that ain't never seen nerds hitting the Dougie and hitting them with that flex,
Right.
dress the stink meaner and Minato. That's what it was. That's what made us feel like this shit was different. But now more people are seeing it as they should, and they're not bringing the same energy because they're not of the community in the way that we are. But hey, doors open, but
Right.
act right.
Right. And I the person who posted this said they would go to Dreamcon in Austin and it was so nice and da 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 da. And now it's ghetto and because they showed two black dudes fighting. That's what it was. She had like two black dudes fighting at Dreamcon in Houston recently. Yeah, this is what it's become. It's not even friendly. You know,
DDG and them was fighting last year, and they not from Houston. Anyway,
okay.
Proceed.
Yeah, that's what she was just talking outside of her mouth because she was Hispanic, I think, and that's the thing I like about Dreamcon. It's just a black thing. I've seen Hispanics, I've seen Asians, I've seen Caucasians, I've seen multiple people at Dreamcon having a good time, dancing, eating good food, you know, signing autographs, getting good stuff. A lot of men getting stepped on by women, but that's either here nor there.
That's in every city, baby.
Right. But I'm definitely going to try my best to go next summer. I'm definitely going to try to go. I'm tired of sitting out on this. But let me just first say thank you so much for being with me tonight. I really appreciate it. You have been an awesome guest, and I hope to have you back sometime.
Yeah.
Or if I'm ever feeling like a 3-hour drive, I wouldn't mind being on your podcast.
Oh yeah. Come on, you're gonna have to come on next.
Okay, I got you. I think I need a road trip in my life. I think I do it. I think I do it. All right.
Come on to Austin.
All right. Well, it's been a pleasure to have you on. And guys, don't forget her descriptions will be down and below with all her links to all her content, to her paint, her sip and paint anime, as well as what was the other business? I'm sorry.
It's okay. I also have a podcast called Anime and Paint Cocktail Hour, as well as another podcast called Hot Mess Momlennials. I'll send you the info.
Yes, please. So all that will be down in the description. Thank you so much. I'm going to say Miss Keshia, not Kesha, stuff. But thank you so much for coming on, and I appreciate it. Once again, this has been your boy D Daughtery. Oh shit. It's been your boss in my last name. It's been your. I'm. That's work mode. That lets you know it's time to go to sleep. That's work mode. That's
not
work
daughtery,
mode.
honey.
Yeah, that's work mode. When I say that, that's how it's supposed to work. But this has been your boy, Demaya Say 20, the Mad Black Nerd, and thank you for watching Pop Shot. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. You guys have a good one. Peace out.
Bye.